We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. stressed the need for a code of conduct in the South China Sea so that nations will be clear on what they are agreeing upon. During his intervention at the 17th East Asia Summit in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, Marcos renewed his pitch to maintain peace and stability in the highly contested waters. Marcos also noted the little progress made in terms of the code of conduct, as nothing new has happened but merely repetition of what has already been stated in the past. He said nations must be clear on what they are agreeing upon, and for the contracting parties of the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation to be guided by the universal principles of peaceful coexistence and friendly cooperation. But so far, Marcos said, the negotiations and the finalization of the Code of Conduct has yet to come into fruition. In a 2016 arbitral ruling, the Permanent Court of Arbitration ruled that Beijing's 9-dash line that covers almost 80% of the South China Sea is illegal. He also wants ASEAN countries to ensure that the South China Sea remains a sea of peace, security, and stability. With the UNCLOS and international law as basis, Marcos said he wants to make South China Sea a nexus of vibrant economic engagements and interactions and not an epicenter of armed conflict or geopolitical maneuverings. China, the Philippines, and several other littoral states have overlapping claims in the South China Sea. The Philippines and Japan are keen to form a visiting forces agreement to conduct military exercises here in the country. Defense Secretary Jose Faustino Jr. said their plans to sign an agreement is based on national interest and forging partnerships rather than focusing on another country. Faustino also said both countries share a common interest in the West Philippine Sea. Currently, Japanese troops have been participating in military exercises as observers. Senators earlier expressed support for the possible VFA with Japan and the Philippines. Christmas comes early for some 1.7 million permanent state workers. Government agencies can start releasing their year-end bonus starting Tuesday. The year-end bonus is equivalent to a 1-month basic salary plus a cash gift of 5,000 pesos. Bonuses and incentives up to 90,000 pesos will be tax-free according to the Tax Reform for Acceleration and Inclusion Law. Employees who are under contract of service and job order status are not entitled to the year-end bonus. The Philippine National Police will also start releasing a total of 8.5 billion pesos for the year-end bonus for police personnel tomorrow, which is also equivalent to 1-month base pay and 5,000 peso cash gift. However, cops found guilty of administrative and criminal charges will not get the incentive. The Philippine National Police warns its units to refrain from accepting or soliciting gifts this Christmas season. PNP Chief Police General Rodolfo Azurin Jr. said soliciting gifts will not be allowed even if these are for charity purposes or for a good cause. He added that even food packs given as a token of gratitude for the service of police should not be accepted to prevent them from being asked to give back favors. Azurin said violators will face criminal and administrative charges based on the Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees issued by the Civil Service Commission. And that is the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We are also shown on the social media pages of the Office of the Press Secretary and on Radio Pilipinas RP1. Stay tuned for more news updates. I am William Theo. We tell stories that inspire change.